Well, well, well. Welcome, you. Guess what it is? It is moon phase time, and we are in the waxing moon. That's right, wax on. This is the rising energy of the moon phase of half-seas. And guess what? This means it's a new beginning. This means in the year of one, we're actually rising into new beginnings. Things are growing, things are sprouting, things are beginning anew, and they're developing. And they're rising, growing, prospering, developing. You got an idea? Yes, you want to see it through? Yes, well, here you are, in rising energy. This is it, your moon phase reading tonight. So here you go. Alright, you are here. This is the moon phase reading. Are you ready for the moon phase reading? This is moon phase number 8, 2026-0224. This is February 24. This is the month of love, and this is the year of individuality, so that means self-love. Here we go. These are my psychic cards, my psychic test cards, and I'll be using them to demonstrate the energies, the elements of the energies in this reading. If you'd like to get this deck yourself, you can. On my website, there's a link, and there's a link to the website in the description. And makeplayingcards.com. In the future, I will be designing many cards in my future. I just wanted to test something out. And here it is. Psychic test cards. So, what do we got? Well, I'll tell you what we got. This is moon phase. This is rising moon phase. Like this. Half of it is dark, half of it is light. We are in the rising moon phase. This is the waxing moon. And so that is represented by green. The energy of spring, the energy of earth. So this is rising moon energy. For springiness. And now, what else do we have? Well, we are currently, as of 2026, February 24th, we are in Pisces season. And so Pisces is water element. And so we got that on the table right there. And this reading is currently in winter. So we got the winter season. So we got the moon representing earth. We got the sun representing the frosty ice of water. And we got the Pisces zodiac representing water. So we got earth in the middle and water surrounding it as our base frequency for this reading. I'm using the Fae Tarot as an oracle deck and the Gilded Tarot Royale as a tarot deck. Okay, so let's see what this reading is all about. It is a new beginning, 2026, the year of 1 and the year of 10 completions and new beginnings. Okay. Alright, what do we got? What do we have? Now 4 cards each, and let's see what... Ooh, hard-working card. This came out in a different pile too. Okay. Alright. It also came in different reading. Got this one. And this one. A body in reverse, I know. Nah! Take your time on your projects, okay? Take your time. It's all about the quality rather than the quantity. Okay, this is a masterpiece you're working on. Alright. People are staring at you while you're doing this. And so, This is speed. Okay, this is a bunny. Bunnies are fast. This is a fire element. This is like the Knight of Wands, the fastest moving bunny on the field. And so, this is a message to slow it down. Take your time. Don't rush this process. This is your wonderful, amazing process as our neighbors, my neighbors, are squeaking with their feet upstairs. Inconsiderate bastards. Anyway, someone's trying to stomp on your progress, but it might be this guy over here. Gosh, that's distracting. The squeaking above my head, above my desk. You know, I've always thought that this place was gonna collapse one day. We got some foundational issues here, but like I always thought the neighbors would crash down. And something similar happened. There was a plumbing issue, and so water fell down. Kind of like this. Kind of like this. Maybe that's why, for some sort of divine thing. But I was okay. The water situation didn't really affect me, but my abusive grandma had to take care of it. So I got a new room. I got the back room instead of the front room, which it makes me further away from my abusive, toxic grandma. So anyway, the neighbors distracted me with the squeak. They're still squeaking. They're still squeaking. Okay, it's, gosh, divine interference. I hate that. I absolutely hate that. Now they're over there doing things. It's how heavy can they be? It's so inconsiderate. The things they do upstairs. They have, okay, when people walk, okay, there's like this heel toe thing. Here's the ground. Okay, here's your foot, and people like stomp and then continue, stomp, continue. It drives me insane. I never use my heel when I'm walking. I'm like this light little thing. It's always, you know, then I might go backwards. I'm slow, sure, that way, but I'm silent. You squeaked again. It's okay. I'm stealthy, I'm silent. I admire people who are stealthy and silent. And so when I walk on a surface, I always do toe and then heel if I need to, but I'm usually heelless. I do the toes. And this is how you do the silence, okay? Maybe you're in a survival situation, maybe you will be in a survival situation. Don't clump around with your heels when you're trying to be silent, especially above someone's head who has been traumatized their entire lives. It's so disrespectful. But that's the energy of this reading. Here's some water. Just like the water that malfunctioned from their unit into ours. And, yeah. Disasters sometimes occur. Like, I would have done the whole drunken thing. Like, you can control yourself from the drink. But the neighbors just won't stop squeaking above my head. Right now, as I'm recording. They had hours to squeak, but no, right now. I took a break too, and then here I am recording. There's the interference. This is spiritual warfare. I take that as an insult, and that's what they do. They change the reading. They ruin everything. At the price of what? To mention something that that happened. Am I supposed to mention this? Is this cosmically, divinely timed for me to mention the water situation from the above apartment, the condo complex? You know, water coming down and soaking all of our carpets. I had to deal with that in the beginning months of 2025, and then after that I tried to get a new computer, and part of that process was that the processor didn't function. So why would something divinely timed for the interference for me to mention that? Why would that cause me anger? Okay, now my throat's gonna hold on. Yeah, okay, I'm being attacked right now. They're trying to the spirits, the malevolent entities, the puppeteer people, like strings. This lady above me is or man, seems quite heavy up there. You know, I'm trying to work on my project. All right, I'm down here doing my amazing thing, and then here's this malevolent spirit, and it's like, well, I'm going to interfere with you. I'm going to send this puppeteer situation where you're being stomped on while you're trying to work on something, performing for camera. So what I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted, and is something my elementary school teacher once said to the students who were interrupting her. Golly, like I was such a sweet child, and I don't deserve all this being attacked. Like, why don't they attack the bullies? All these spirits, they're not doing their job. No, they're attacking me because I'm kind, and so they try to further silence me because I'm talking about them. And that's why they did the throat thing, and it's completely inappropriate. This is spiritual warfare. This is energetic manipulation. This is puppeteering. Okay. Why should I talk about my neighbors? They're not part of this. Anyway. This is about your work. Okay? They're trying to distract you. They're trying to prevent your amazingness. I don't know why they would benefit from it if you complete your project. This thing that has no good intention for you. But, regardless of their existence, just ignore them. This is a message to slow down and to really focus on the fine details of your craft, and that will be noticed by the right people, your real audience, who actually admire what you do and would protect you like a decent individual. Otherwise, we have this. Now, if it's like this, then it's, toxicity, alcoholism, nightmares, not taking care of yourself because you're too drunk or high or whatever. With this, especially like this, you're in full control of yourself, and like what? I didn't finish my sentence before that. I meant to say, the religions, where they're like, don't give in to temptation, and then you're like, what the hell is actually tempting? Nothing is tempting. There is no temptation. Like, it's ridiculous. And so, if I wasn't interfered with, I would think about the drink right here. But here we got these strings, and I'm a jester, and what I do is I have this motto: no strings attached. Okay? You cut your ties from your puppeteers, your manipulators, and when you're constantly interfered with, you learn to identify when they're trying to, dig their talons into you, and you're aware that, this doesn't feel like what I would do, and so because you're consciously aware of it, it changes you into who you preferred to be in that situation. So mind your words, mind your actions, because there is interference around you, and do not trust other people to mind themselves, because you're here probably because you have more enlightenment than most people, and the other people around you do not, and so they're more easily controlled. So there's that element. Another element is, this is like a heart right here, and here's a chair. Okay, and I just got a chair. Like a good chair. Like a really good chair for the first time in my whole existence. This is a crisscross chair. I can actually fit my legs on it when I do the crisscross seating position. I can throw my leg over the, the armrests. It tilts back and forth. It's like completely stable. It looks nice. And I also updated my room to have these hangers. And this like this mobile wheeled rack for clothes, like a garment rack. And for that I got these heart-shaped hangers. You can see all this behind the scenes preparing for Frostpunk. Where I'm gonna assemble it. That's actually the video I gotta do after I'm done with the moon phases, but yeah, this is like getting the items that really maximize your comfort and livability in a space. And you know, the strings are kind of like a rocking chair. This tilting function on my chair is like a rocking motion. It was a fantastic purchase. It's something I really needed to invest in because it brings so much relaxation and peace, despite, you know, the monsters trying to interfere with everything. At least I have this chair, and I'm sitting in it right now, talking to you about it, while you're looking at this representation of this amazing process. But yeah, so golly, improve your surroundings. This is the new beginning. Okay, this is rising energy. Things are taking off. We're just coming out of winter. We're about to enter the spring in this reading. And you know, as I'm recording this, it's March 23rd, so it's already spring for me. But my point is, like, the beginning, the 2026 is the year one. Things are finally new, finally starting. We're finally doing things, and so there's this rush to get things done. You know, you're motivated, you got the energy, but you gotta slow down. You gotta take your time with it. You gotta make it right. You can't just like do the quantity thing. You need the quality, and you gotta find that balance between where you spend your time in editing, where you spend your time in production, and basically figure out how to work smarter and not harder. Okay, this is a situation that's difficult and messy and overwhelming. It's in reverse, and you're now floating above this thing. You're in peace and harmony because you're working smarter, not harder. And so implement that in your projects, and remember, it's the little things, the little details that matter the most. You can't just rush something to meet a deadline. Don't ever do that. Time is relative. People can time travel in their head and go back to like January when it's March. Okay. Right now, what is this? This reading is February 24th. Okay. And this is what the moons look like. One side light, one side dark. This is the waxing moon phase. And so, yeah, just focus on the quality and work smarter, not harder. So what else we got over here? Well, they didn't want to merge. All right. Cups. Temperance. I'm gonna put these ones here, and then put these ones. Okay. Ooh, the Fool. It's the first time the Fool is coming out in my moon phase readings so far. I'm doing everything out of order, of course. But, interesting. Okay, so I almost... Hang on a second. I almost put Temperance, over here. And then the Fool might have been, like, matched there with the ocean chest. Maybe I'll just bring the ocean chest here and drop the Fool down. Whatever. You know when you're playing video games and you're out in the ocean and there's always this treasure. A message out there: don't play too much video games when you're neglecting your relationships. There's that message. But yeah, this is the depth of emotion. Here's financial reward, so it's probably tied to your career. Here's the cup spilling out, but like this is like overwhelm. This is mastery. So it's confirmed here. You're relaxed. You're sitting on your chair. You got things handled emotionally, and so with the emotions stable because you're putting your time into your projects, and that eases the tension. There's the Temperance. I'll talk about that. Okay. It pays off, basically. Yeah. Alright, Temperance and the Fool. Now, these two characters are both balanced characters, like Light and Shadow. Now, she's also holding cups here. And, you know, like fire, water, and stuff. Here's the same kind of arm thing. Just with all the zodiacs. And so, in rising energy, these two are in their light mode. Okay, the Temperance is balanced, the Fool is playful and theatrical. In dark mode, the Fool is philosophical, edgy. Temperance is losing her temper. She's angry, sad. And there's things to be angry and sad about, so it's okay to be in dark mode. A lot of people avoid doing their shadow work. A lot of people don't process their emotions, but you are the master of emotions here, and you're experienced with the dark mode. You've done your shadow work. And you know you have to go through the emotions to feel them, to process them, to master them. And that's what this is. And so, the dark, philosophical Fool is a rebel. A foolish rebel. This is a martyr kind of energy. This is very sacrificial. Okay, for a cause kind of thing. And Temperance is when the emotions are this is like peace and grace, and this is rage and chaos. So these are two elements of chaos, and they're enlightened rebels. They're justified with their anger and resentment and their darkness. So yeah, this is a Fool who has something to say, and they're going to see. This Fool is one who dances and plays and likes to entertain, likes to inspire, bring hope, likes to, you know, dance, play the video games, do the video game role plays. And this Fool is going to break down all of what's wrong with society and talk about how it can be improved. This Fool is darkly philosophical, and in a way that inspires revolution. And temperance is more like the feeling of the emotions, of expressing the tears and the rage. So, like, if you're a content creator, this is like a message to show that you're angry, show that you're crying. What is it? Sorrowful, sad. Show your sadness, show your anger, like I did early on in this video when rude people were stomping on my head above me. I got angry, and I some might say foolishly expressed myself, but I have no problem with that, because the problem is the interference, not me. I didn't do anything wrong. And so, yeah, it's kind of the energy. It's like, you're tired of being pushed around, you're tired of being stepped on, and while you have gone through hell and felt all these heavy emotions, and you've mastered your emotions, it doesn't mean suppress yourself, okay? I'm about to sneeze, hold on. And with the click of a button, I paused so you didn't have to hear anything, and I do appreciate it when other people actually finally learn how to do that. So far, little effort has been put into silencing coughs and sneezes, and you can always mute, you can always edit it out, and that's another thing that could inspire rage when some content creators just let their dogs bark, or won't stop saying bad words, or they just cough every other minute. It's so triggering. And so yeah, this is like justified rage, and you don't ever want to bottle it. You don't ever want to bottle it up. Don't bottle up your rage. You gotta go through it, and this is present it, express it. There is something wrong that's going on, that's with society, and you are theatrically going to express yourself in a way that's constructive, and that eventually leads to the peace and the harmony and the inspiration and the hope. But right now you're in dark mode, and this is also spring-like energy with the moon, so it's like rising energy in dark mode. And yeah, you got a lot to say, so control your tongue, say it with grace. Temperance in her fallen state is still a graceful character. The Fool in its fallen state is still theatrical. It's just they're very balanced characters. It's not something you can take away from them. That's who they are. They're always classy. They're always in a sense regal in their own way, in their mannerisms. And so yeah, use clean language when you express these darker, complex topics, because other people will not tolerate hearing another bad word again and again and again. It's torture, and you are cursing your audience if you do that, by the way. It's so ricochet. But you're working on your projects, just slow down, focus on the quality. Don't worry about deadlines. It will be done when it's done. And this is your reward. This is all your hard work. This is your efforts paying off. And it's fantastic. So even if you're in dark mode and you don't feel like your foolish, jolly self right now, you're still doing a different kind of content, so to speak. So, yeah, cut your ties to the manipulators. Here we got strings and a fallen fool, so don't fall for manipulation tactics. It's so rare that I get this guy in the rising energy. He's usually always fallen for my readings, but this one, it represents mastering the emotions and allowing yourself, even after mastering, to allow yourself to express the rage and the sorrow charismatically in dark mode. And yeah, you might think of this as a setback, but it boosts your revenue somehow, because you're real, because you're expressing your truth. You're not hiding it, so it's not bottling up inside like this. This is like bottled up rage and resentment and anger. It becomes a problem if you don't express yourself. So after you do express yourself, you're in control. You choose your battles. So again, you're working on your projects. You are being noticed by something, whether that something has good intentions or bad intentions. Both, is gonna notice what you're doing. And slow down, focus on the quality. The rewards are going to accumulate. This is rising energy. And don't be afraid to go into dark mode. You can still get work done in dark mode. It's just a different kind of theme. Okay. We got the darkness over here. We got the light over here. They work very well together. So yeah. That's your reading. Things are gonna pay off. Okay, if you're struggling financially, this is a good sign. And if you're a content creator, talk about the dark stuff. The behind the scenes. Yeah, cut your ties to manipulators, and good job. This is a difficult path to go down, and you've mastered it. So, yeah. Have yourself a fantastic night, and I'll see you in another reading. And that was it. That was your reading of Rising Energy. Congratulations. Yes, it's a moon phase reading, and that was specifically for you. Yes. Okay. Alright. How exciting. Things are rising, things are beginning, things are finally developing. So, a happy beginning to you. Now go do something, you fool.